Greetings, Rigil Agateiades here, and today we continue on the 30-long list of mobile suit buffs that arrived at the PC version of Battle Operations 2 last week. And none of the buffs are as potent as the ones given to the mobile suit we're on today, the 600 cost general type, Zeta 2. This time at a 650 match because there wasn't a single 600 cost game this week. Thanks G first. Now, what are the buffs and why are they so significant on the Zeta 2? Well, the Zeta 2 was bad. Like jaw-droppingly bad. It had 1 or no instant staggers at all. It had close to no stagger accumulation without burning through all its ranged weapons, which was a grand total of 2. It had 2 melee weapons, but barely any melee attack. No extra weapon when transformed, no transformation optimizer, no maneuver armor, not even anti-blast stabilizer. All you have that is notable is damage control at level 1. It's a bit sad when that's all you have to say for your cons. So with the new buffs, they better be big. Even more so today, because what we have to go against is the 650 menace, the Demeter. And that's exactly what we got. Enough to bring a stop to the Demeter on our own. Remarkably, while the buffs on the Zeta 2 was the biggest in the list of 30, it was also really short at just 8 lines if you don't count the level 3 specific buffs. But every line is an absolute banger. First, you have the new skills added, and they're exactly the ones I said is missing. Granting the Zeta 2 maneuver armor, transformation optimizer, and anti-blast stabilizer. The Zeta 2 suddenly turned from a suit that stops to anything, to one that has both maneuver armor and damage control. How much difference does that make? The difference of life and death. Beforehand, with only damage control alone, the Zeta 2 gets stopped by any normal stagger as if the skill didn't exist. But with maneuver armor and damage control complementing each other, even the Demeter have to put in effort to stagger the Zeta 2. Then the second skill, Transformation Optimizer level 1, reduces the thruster gauge consumption when transformed by 25% and the immediate cost to transform by 60%. This not only makes transformation a lot cheaper on the Zeta 2, but it also allows us to make use of the new weapon it got in the new patch. And not just 1, it got 2! New to the Zeta 2 arsenal is the rapid fire mode for the Mega Beam Rifle. And that's 2 weapons, because it's a separate weapon when transformed. In mobile suit form, the Mega Beam Rifle Rapid Fire is a 2-round burst of 40% stagger each, adding 80% stagger to the Zeta 2 arsenal. Extremely useful in both stagger accumulation and damage. The Zeta 2 now no longer have to worry about running out of weapons like before. With both firing modes on the Mega Beam Rifle completing a weapon cycle on their own, the Zeta 2 can save the precious Zeta Gundam Beam Rifle shots its only instant staggers, really as an instant stagger. The rapid fire mode when transformed is even better though. Firing 3 rounds of 50% stagger each, that's enough to stop through maneuver armor in a single burst. While a lot more conditional because you have to transform to use it. Add in a normal uncharged shot from the Mega Beam Rifle and it's stopping even the Phaz. That ends the list of buffs on the Zeta 2 already, but that's more than enough, because what they did was fix every single problem the Zeta 2 faced. While the list of buffs were short, every single one was straight to the point. Gaining maneuver armor essentially gave the Zeta 2 2 new skills in one go by making damage control actually meaningful. While Transformation Optimizer and the Rapid Fire mode unlocked the true potential with Transformation, making it an actual offensive skill and not run out of fuel just trying to get to the roof on the other side. Of course, this doesn't put the Zeta 2 on the top charts in terms of power up front. Things like the Yong Favin or the Huayru Ra still outclasses it entirely at close range. But that's not what the Zeta 2 was supposed to do anyway. It was never a general type to stand at the front, but one to stay at the back to dish out consistent damage with the long range on his beam rifles. That's further augmented by the new beam rifle rapid fire mode, giving us an extra 2000 damage every weapon cycle. Get left alone, and the Zeta 2 can bring serious damage. Just still not much better when the entire enemy team's on. Final minute, and our team made a messy spawn. But not a problem with the newly buffed Zeta 2. We put in a quick stab on the G first, not wasting our time on the tank, but moving our attention to the other enemies. Stay behind when charging the beam rifle, walk up only when it's ready, and that's a pick on the white Zeta. Quickly transform while taking close to no thruster at all. Prepare the beam rifle rapid fire, and we stagger the Huayru Ra in one burst. Put in a ram attack as well, we'll handle him afterwards. Couldn't get the next kill, but we're still not out of fuel. Wouldn't be the case without Transformation Optimizer. Finish up the Huayru Ra, and we only get downed after that by a strong stagger. Not a bad run. We finish the game by dropping a couple more shots on the Demeter, and we take the win home. That was the Zeta 2 reborn as new. With every single problem that plagued it so hard, all fixed in one fell sweep, the Zeta 2 is no longer the outdated underdog of 600. The new rapid fire mode gave it the much needed third weapon and stagger accumulation, while maneuver armor and transformation optimizer finally made it a full-fledged transformation suit. Finally, the Zeta 2 can be the damage bringer it was supposed to be. That's it from me today. Hope the Yongfavin nerfs that's on their way really make a difference. And the latest.